Strikers meeting, November 19th, 2019. Please stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, we are called to order at 6:30. Chairperson, yes. Well, we're going to do the roll call. Okay, first of all, Chairperson Mel Hassan's not here today. We're also missing Vanessa Donadio and Fernando Cassell. So we're going to be a skeleton staff tonight. It's going to be fast. All right, roll call. Vanessa Cobacero. Oh my God, what am I doing? Corinne Cobacero.
Here.
Sean O'Connor. Here. Amy Santiago.
Here.
Steve Pointer. There you go.
Yes.
Here. All right, we're good here. Reading and approval of previous month's minutes, which would be September, because we did not have a meeting in October. I make a motion. No, I can't. You got.
Reading.
We didn't. We already read them.
All right, we read them, so I'm going to make a motion to approve the previous month's meeting minutes.
I'm glad I'm not the only
Tongue-tied
one.
Today.
I can't second.
So it's
I'm
from
seconding it.
September.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, they pass. Okay, President's Report. We had a great rec season. It was a little light on numbers like we talked about in September. There were very few problems this season. There was a couple, but for the most part, it went really smooth and very quickly for me anyway. We'll talk about the spring and later on. So now we're going on to the Treasurer's Report.
I would just add that I liked having games earlier in the season. Oh, my thing. Games earlier in the day, so we were out earlier in the day. That was great.
Well, that was also due to the fact that we didn't have as many.
Yeah, that was
True.
part of the problem.
True.
Part of the reason, yes.
Yeah, but I like that. Okay, so here we go. So we got 2 months worth. Rec checking. So the beginning balance in September was $27,281.12, and then ending balance $20,881.38. Carry over to October. So the ending balance of October was $7,100.35. The savings started with $30,155.79 for September, went down to $23,657.21, and then down again to the end of October for $15,658.28. And we just had a lot of expenses that we needed to pull out of savings to put into the rec checking, and we're still very low in the checking, as you can tell. So there you go.
But we're going to be fixing that
Yes.
money. That's a long story, but,
Yes.
okay.
Motion to accept the treasurer's report for ending checking balance at $7,100.35 for October, and the savings account balance at $15,658.28.
Second.
Yes. Agree.
All agree?
Yes.
All right, Treasurer's Report has been accepted. For the recreation portion, DOC report, he's not here, so we're going to skip over that. Registrar's not here. Let's go open comments from the floor. No. Okay. Unfinished business, no use of fields to those outside the program. And he put the phone number in for us to call. And then sandbags, benches, trophies are anything needs to be unlocked, it says number for us to call. We got to put it in our phones.
Whose phone number is that? Does it go to somebody specific?
Steve, do you know? Oh,
Do you know
here, show
whose
him the
phone
number.
this is?
Is that the Parks?
That's the park support.
Park support. So that's Park support. So we have problems, probably even with the bathrooms too, right? If
If
they,
we're like out of soap and stuff, that's the number we can call.
Yes.
okay,
I'll be right back.
Toilet.
okay, we're good. All right, new business. Okay, Tuesday, Thursday option for the fall. That's what we were talking about, is moving, not doing it in the spring, but moving into the fall. And it would be 6 o'clock with the U6 and U8s, 7 o'clock, U10 and U12s, and then 8 o'clock would be U14 and U19. And I think it will work. I really do. It will be a little less field space. I mean, the big kids, there's not that many big teams out there, that's not a problem.
Are we
U10
gonna
and,
be splitting a field to 3?
well, for you, okay, yes, for U10
Okay,
and U12, definitely. Like there should be 4 teams on each of the big fields.
okay.
You could have 4 U12 teams practice on field 7 and field 8. 4
So
teams
did you
each.
say a 6, 7, and 8?
On 7 and 8, you could divide
Sorry,
up.
the times, my bad. What were the
Oh,
times again you
start
said?
at 6, start at 7, and start at 8.
So changing it to the hour instead of the half. I
And the
think
rea-
that would help people.
And the reason for
working,
doing that
too.
is that, like, a lot of parents are saying, we can't make 5:30 practices.
Yeah,
So that would just make life a lot easier.
right.
So I think that's the way to go with that for the spring. I mean, excuse me, for next fall. And again, we got to talk about this and then get the word out. I keep telling parents about it. And
Right.
everybody I've talked to thought it was a great idea.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, no, everybody's like, oh, that'd be great, you know.
So
And
just
again,
Tuesday, Thursday for rec.
Tuesday, Thursday. And that way, I get all these phone calls and the parents say, when do they practice? I says, well, it depends on the coach's schedule, Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday.
Right.
If I could just say, we are Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
And that's it. And, you know, if they don't, you know, make arrangements. I had one mom, she said, well, this kid had, I just talked to her the other day. She goes, my son has tutoring on Wednesday and Thursday. And I said, well, you're going to have to switch one of them or miss practice. I mean,
Right.
it's up to you. She goes, well, I'll switch, I'll switch, days with my tutor. So,
Yeah, right.
but I don't see why this won't work as opposed to doing 4 nights a week. And then that opens up 2 nights a week to the field for competitive. And they can have they could go full field practices, or at least half. And it would be better for the competitive program. I think it would be better for the rec program. And Steve, the reason we're talking about doing this is that a lot of times what happens is Amy registers her kid, and then Corinne registers her. She says, oh, well, I have to be, Amy's my ride. So, and now some parents that's legit and some it's not, I swear.
Yeah.
And so, but now if we have everything the same, Tuesday, Thursday, all the U10 boys and girls will be practicing at 7 o'clock. Doesn't matter who your coach is. Your practices, instead of being on field 7A, you're gonna be on 7C. Problem solved.
whatever,
And that
figure
would,
out the
we could
game.
make the teams more competitive that way and less of this stacking and people playing games. And like I said, I think maybe at first people won't like it, but after a while,
So long as all of like the teams can fit on the field at that time.
right, that's one reason why we're not doing it in the spring. I really want to go out there with a tape measure and measure off and see. I'm pretty sure I can do it, because the big time would be the U10 and U12 teams. Because that's going to be about 20 teams out there and dividing the fields up. But I don't see why it can't be done. I know we can do it. Okay, that's all.
So then for the spring, are we still going to have our U16 and 19s combined? Are we planning that?
I guess it depends on numbers.
Depends on numbers. We were going to split them this season, and there just was not enough to do either.
Right.
So I thought that was a great U19 division this year. I really did. I mean, it was really, those games were, for the most part, really competitive. Everybody won a couple games, so I thought it was,
Kids like it because it's challenging,
yeah.
you know.
I mean, I know it's hard for the kids moving up, and I'm the big advocate for the U16 division.
Yeah.
But if we don't get enough to do it, we don't. I think we're going to do U19 again, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But there's nothing's definite.
I always still have to work on trying to even them out, of course, because
Right.
it's still kind of hard.
And
But
again, if we
people
do
sign up
if we
late.
do the 2 nights,
Yeah.
we can actually start out and do a mass practice with different coaches in different areas. U8 boy, you know what I mean? And then the coaches can evaluate. Be a pain with the uniforms, because then I'd have to guess on what sizes to get, and then other leagues do it. I mean, I can tell you, I did AYSO 12 years ago, and when I went to the coaches meeting, here's your uniforms. Where's my roster? Oh, you'll get that next week. You know what I mean? They were like, they just make it work.
Yeah.
So, all right, enough about that. Okay, B, which is not on anybody else's but mine. I've kind of penciled in the spring season. And Steve, can you let us know hard dates of when we can get on the fields after they're closed?
Okay.
And then I'll be able to make the schedule for the
Do
spring.
you guys have a preference on which zones close when over the?
Talk to Mal. He might have that, but like when we can get back on the whole thing, though, is what I need to know for scheduling. Okay, that's that. And we definitely secured the tournament for the first weekend in May.
Which tournament is that again?
The Palm Beach Soccer League's tournament with the small-sided fields. We got
So
that.
beginning of May?
Yeah, we're gonna get
What age groups?
Under 12.
That's May 2nd and 3rd.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we're gonna need to redo the fields and everything for that weekend, but we'll get to that later on. But we're definitely got that, and we're gonna get $5,000, plus
That's
the
what
concession.
that's what they're gonna pay us?
They're gonna pay
said?
us $5,000 to use the fields, and the village gets 20%. And then, so it's $4,000 for us, plus we get the concession stand, which, when we did it 2 years ago, it was a really good, lot of money. It was really worth the time. And I think what we need to look at, we need to get a committee together to organize competitive parents to help with the concession stand and all the field marshaling. So, that's something we gotta start working on, like in January.
Make sure you just get that special event permit in.
Yeah. Mal, special permitting, just giving him the message,
It's special.
get that done.
That would just be the comp parents for U12 and under. It wouldn't be for the age groups that aren't playing.
Correct. Yeah, and I think what we did is we also, if I remember correctly, Palm Beach Soccer League gave us a break on our teams playing in the tournament. So that would be what the parents,
I'm almost thinking they might have been free.
I think they were free, but I
Whether they're
didn't.
gonna do that or not is
Yeah.
a different story.
I'm pretty
but-
sure they were free, and that was how we got the parents to work. And all the parents did a couple hours. But I also think for the concession stand, we might want to use Sandy and Alexis, and then us, that way we don't have to be there, only one of us has to be there to help out, you know what I mean, and along with the parents. And then that won't be it won't be too expensive, so that was one of my thoughts I had for that. Okay, that's that one. A request from Coach Mail, and I know it's been brought up before, Steve, netting behind, on field 7 and 8 on the north side. And we did the playoffs for Palm Beach Soccer League a couple weeks ago, and that went really well. We did really well with the concession stand, so thank you, everybody, for their hard work there.
And I
So,
have submitted an invoice for payment from them, so.
for the food, okay,
Right. And also for the field usage and everything, so.
okay,
What
cool.
do you need the netting for?
The balls, when the kids kick the ball over the goal, it goes into that little forest area,
Yeah.
and there's balls stuck in the trees for 10 years. I mean,
Sometimes we find them, sometimes we don't.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes they're too high and you.
yeah, they're
Yeah, that
stuck up
too.
into that nice thick windbreaker we have there. All right, if that's it, then I'm going to call for adjournment of the recreation portion at 6:42.
A second.
Oh, wow, there you go. Use my hammer. All right, so call to order for the competitive portion at 6:42. All right, President's report, not here. Treasurer's report.
All right, I have that. Let me put this mic here better. Okay, so again, 2 months worth. September, competitive checking. Now, at the end of August, I had put, it was 38,589.81. I had missed recording a couple of deposits, so actually, that beginning balance for September is $40,206.06, with an ending balance of $14,173.82. Then carry on through to the end of October, remaining balance is $30,801.15. For the savings, not much, started with $10,016.27, went to $10,016.76 at the end of September, and then to the end of October was $10,017.23. And then for beginning balance of the stipend account, started with $374 even, went to $8,374. Money was put in to start covering some coaches' stipends. And then by the end of October, we were at $6,874 even.
Thank you.
Okay. Motion to accept the competitive balance at the end of October for the checking account, $30,801.15. Savings account balance ending October, $10,017.23. And the stipend account ending October, $6,874 even.
Second. All in favor?
Yes.
Okay, it passes. DOC report, no DOC, no registrar. Palm Beach Soccer League, and nope, nobody's there for that. But open comments, none. All right. Unfinished business, unlocked goals, $25. This seems to be working. We've had very few times where the goals were left undone.
Except for like the key issue?
Well, now that the locks are broken, we had another key. I have to replace all the locks on 7 and 8. I got to make keys.
No, I was able to get the key in and unlock it, but then I couldn't get the key out.
I got the key.
Corinne got the key out
Did you?
last night. Yeah, she
Awesome.
jiggled around with it, but those locks are
There
hammered.
was a panic though for our game on Sunday that they didn't have the key to the lock.
You locked it up with a red lock,
Yeah, so
Oh.
they didn't know and their key wasn't working, but I got there.
and their key wouldn't open up the blue lock.
Oh.
So it worked out, but I'll get it fixed this week.
Yep.
For that, that's okay. Okay, schedule managers meeting. I'm assuming that happened. They had a managers meeting.
That was a monthly meeting that Mal wanted to happen, which has not occurred yet.
Okay. So I
Didn't
guess
they
that-
have one though? Possibly. I don't know if Vanessa was here. She'd probably be able to tell us, but
I only met one time, and that was when she had
that's true.
passed out the policy, the travel policy. And that was before
which we need to send out again and have people,
acknowledge and accept.
actually, I'm gonna make a motion for that right now.
Okay.
That the travel policy is gonna be, sent to all of our coaches, managers, everybody that's part of our club affiliated in a leadership role, and they have to confirm back
right.
that they receive them and they understand them. And that's it.
Do we want to put like a little form via email, like in an email paragraph saying, please fill this out, saying, I have read and understand, and like sign it, but just somehow in an email, like
Reply,
nothing you
confirm
have to.
receipt that you have received and read through the policy.
I think it's an email back saying that they received it, and then we'll just save it.
Yeah,
And,
something, okay.
Corinne, can you send that out?
Sure,
Okay,
I'll take care of that.
thank you. All right, T-shirt, car magnet fundraiser. I know this happened. And we still have a bunch of magnets and T-shirts were sold. But that's Vanessa's,
Yeah.
thing, so we can not much about that. All right, new business. Competitive. Effective today, all competitive teams to practice at CATS until further notice in an effort to minimize field expenses. Okay.
I have a question about that, if I could. So, I mean, we've already paid for well, I guess the actual
Lighting.
field usage. Yeah,
It's
the
lighting is what
lighting.
he's worried about.
True. Never
But
mind.
that the fields, Steve, we're shutting the fields down December 1st, right? So it's only gonna be for 2 weeks anyway, whatever the competitive teams do.
But Mal told me to cancel them from here on out over at Seminole, that is.
It's Seminole, right. But I'm saying, we're gonna be off of CATS in 2 weeks.
Right.
So, because we gotta rest those
Are there
fields.
gonna be any fields open after December 1st?
There'll be half.
Half.
Half, okay.
They do two of the zones.
Okay.
And then we have areas to play. Oh, Steve, while I'm thinking about it, before we go to the next thing, that wet spot on field 5.
Yep.
Okay, they're aware of it and they're looking at it, right? Okay. Just want to make sure, because I looked for the sprinkler head that we talked about, and I couldn't find it. I'm not sure if that's the,
problem.
I don't know if that's the problem or not.
Is that the east side, like that corner there, closer to the bleachers?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
that was
always,
real
that's been wet
squishy.
for a while. It was a mess with the rain a couple weeks ago,
Oh,
really
yeah.
bad. Okay, so that's that. Okay, here's the big one. Player passes to be pulled January 1 for outstanding balances. Notified team managers. All right. Corinne, can you do that too? Or no, Amy.
Are we gonna have any teams left to actually play games and such if we pull all these passes?
Well, we're gonna give them 6 weeks' notice to start paying up. I don't know. I don't know. And you know me, I wanted to pull them in September.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my, because this happened to me when I was treasurer. They got behind and then,
So you said
I
you
mean,
want
we're
me
all
to-
busy people.
You want me
know.
to send an email, you said?
Would you please? Yeah, send it out where, I mean, I know Christmas is coming up and everything else, but,
Now, if I have players that are signing contracts as of December 1st, that is an exception to that.
right, this is the people that are on 10
That
months.
have
I
been
mean,
here
right.
the whole time.
Those guys will be prorated and then their payments will go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, late players. These are the ones that have been already here since August or September, I would say. Excuse me, okay. Player requesting a release, and this goes for all players here. Outstanding balances need to be paid along with release fee. Now, apparently, we are having an issue with someone. Parent has made accusations and threats to report the club to the media, FYSA, etc. if the player isn't released by Tuesday, 11/19/19 at 9 a.m. Well,
To my knowledge, wasn't done.
they weren't released, as far as I know. He was not released. So, and that goes for everybody, though. They got to honor the contract, you know? I mean, that's not fair to the other kids. You know, it's like the outstanding balances and stuff. It's just not fair. And that's why we have to be, I don't want to say
Well, we
jerk.
had an
No, it's a business.
Yeah, we had a board
Firm.
member where that happened, and they had
Firm.
to
We have to be firm.
pay up their round with that release thing. That was an issue as well.
Yes, that was. You're right. All right, anything else? All right, then let's call for adjournment of the competitive portion at 6:50.
Sounds good to me. I'll
I got to do the hammer again. Second. Ooh. Good night.